On with the show.
What's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the often imitated, never duplicated Voices of Misery podcast. And of course, I am one half of your dynamic duo, the nerds. I'm the nerd, and you are?
Nerdette.
And I'm very mellow today. Nice and mellow opening. What's going on with you? How are you? Today's Wednesday.
Is it?
Well, you were just telling me how you were feeling before the show, so I just wanted to get it out there in the open.
I haven't slept for days.
I don't know why.
For fucking days.
I don't get it, because we both go to bed roughly the same time.
I'm constantly waking up. It sucks. And then Christmas, I was out on the couch because that's what I do. And just, I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I need one good... You know what? I need a day to just sleep all day. That's what I need.
You can have that. You really can if you want. Next time I'm off, you can do that.
You know, fucking day to just fucking sleep. God damn it.
Yeah, but like I was saying, though, we both go to bed at the same time. I wake up and I have a pretty strong caffeinated drink in the morning to get me going. And I have another one, like I'm having one now in the afternoon. I don't know what it is, because I'm feeling it too, and I never drank this much caffeine to keep myself going. I was actually at one point trying to wean myself off of caffeine. But the past couple of weeks, I've been feeling it too. I don't know if it's the cold weather that's beating me down. Maybe that's just...
It's finally starting to warm up today, though. Finally. Yeah, finally, it's 55. And oh my God, I feel like wearing a tank top and shorts.
Fucking A. We got to do work tomorrow. Warm. It better be this warm tomorrow. We actually got to go out there and we got to rake some leaves. We got a letter from an HOA company, and they're like, yeah, you guys got a rake. I'm like, do you know how fucking cold it is outside? But yeah, we got to do that. Do you understand
it's a holiday week?
Yeah, holiday weekend is cold, and they sent it to us like, yeah, well, I know everyone's home this week, so might as well do some housework. And you're like, no, it's fucking freezing, you assholes.
It's funny, because I swear to you, they only pick on, the same, 20, 30 houses within the development.
Yeah.
Because, I still have the same issues out there that I've had since we moved in. Jenna's blinds are still the way that they are. We got a letter on that one time. The garbage can is in the same exact spot that we got a letter for the one time. Everything goes back, we fix it, send a picture of, and then it goes back to the way it was. And then we never get another letter. So this time we're getting a letter about the stupid leaves. We won't get one next year. No. We'll get a letter for something else.
We never got one before. I don't think they pick on the same houses, but I think they pick different reasons. People. I think they pick different reasons to pick on people, because
it's ridiculous.
If we didn't do it and then we told them we did, they'd probably all right, and they would just leave us alone.
Yeah.
But the thing is this company, I don't feel like they are going to use the same reason multiple times, and who knows, they could be picking on the same houses. But if they're constantly picking on you for the same thing, people are going to fight back and be like, what the fuck is your problem? And I think they're picking small things here that they can they think they get away with. Yeah. I fucking hate these HOA companies, but I don't hate today. Today's Wednesday and it's fucking freezing outside, and I'm happy because we're almost there to the weekend, which means more days off of work, and we got the new year coming. This is the last week of 2022. How do you feel about that? Are you excited for 2023? You looking forward to it?
It's just another year.
Yeah, I know.
Literally, I'm in my 40s now. It's just another year.
Yeah,
I don't look forward to anything. I don't stay up for the ball drop. I don't do anything special on New Year's. There's no I know you have a routine. You like to watch your Twilight Zones and you do stuff. It's just it's another day. We're starting another year. It's going to be another shit show. Nothing's going to change. We're still going to be reading stupid stories that piss us off. I'm not being depressing. It's just going to be the same shit.
I think we'll be happier.
I'm not expecting anything different.
No, personally, we'll be happier. I think, but as far as the world, it'll be crazy.
Yeah, it'll be the same crap. Nothing's going to change. So whatever.
But I'll tell you what, my streak of New Year's resolutions becoming successful already failed, I believe. And I regret to tell everyone that today's going to be a somber opening to the show, because I do have to perform a eulogy today. And that I did promise in our chat, I said I was going to have to perform a eulogy on today's show. I'm not going to take up a long time on this because, I don't want to speak ill of the dead or deceased, but it looks like I'm back to zero, okay? It's been 4 days, so there's either one of three outcomes here.
No, it's just, this is the most absurd I've ever... This is so fucking stupid. It is a holiday week. People have families. People have lives. People have shit going on. It's a busy week, and because someone didn't say hello to you in 4 freaking days doesn't mean that they
How
are
did you know it was
dead.
4 days?
You just said it.
Oh, you paid attention to me for once. Okay, fine. I thought I was going to lose.
It doesn't mean they're dead. It doesn't mean they forgot about you. It doesn't mean they hate you. It just means that they are freaking busy and don't have time for your shit.
This is my eulogy, and I'm performing it.
Oh my
Okay?
God, this poor girl.
So there's either one of 3 outcomes here. Either my almost BFF, because we haven't even made it to the BFF, because according to the little question I asked a couple of weeks ago or whatever, it's supposed to be 6 to 9 months, but it hasn't been that long, so we never reached that stage. So I have to give the eulogy here real quick, if you don't mind, and stop interrupting me here while I mourn the loss of a friend.
Oh, God.
And it's been 4 days, so like I said, there's only one of 3 outcomes. Either my friend died, they hate my guts,
oh my God,
or I died. So it's either one of the 3, and I'm here.
Are you?
I think so. So there you go, I'm back to 0, and I do have a couple of days here. Today is the 28th. I got 3 days to find a friend and keep him for a full year. Because that's my resolution, damn it. I still got time, but it looks like I may fail. So I did want to say, rest in peace.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
So it's either rest in peace or I'm sorry. I don't know which one yet, because it's either someone dies, I die, or they hate me, and I don't know which one it is. But either way, there are some other things going on right now. I talked to my grandfather yesterday, and I've been wanting to speak to him for a while now, and he always sends us some stuff here for the holidays. And I talked to him, like a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't that long ago. We talked on the phone, and then he sends something to us in the mail the day before Christmas, which ironically was the last day that I spoke to my friend here, who disappeared or died or hates me now.
Because it was fucking Christmas Eve.
But I called him, and I called him yesterday to thank him for sending some stuff down. And we were just talking on the phone, and you know what he told me? And I didn't tell you this yesterday after we got the phones. I wanted to wait for the show. But he told me something, and it kind of fucked me a little bit still to this moment, where he's like, you know what? Because he's still very active. He goes out and he walks and he does stuff, and he goes to this local park where he lives. And he just goes out there and he hangs out. He talks to other older people that meet up at this location. And he's like, every year there's less and less of them, obviously, because they start dying off. And he's like, I'm one of the last ones standing. And then he out of nowhere, he was like saying, he's like, hey, you work from home, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, he's like, that's not good. He's like, you got to start getting out there. He's like, you can't just. And he was saying how he is alone now in his life. And he's like, he's like, oh, my family's gone. That's another thing. He's like, because I moved far away. My dad, my aunt, obviously they passed away very young years back. His wife passed right before I was born. So he was basically saying, I'm not trying to be depressing at all here. I'm just kind of giving people a background so they know what's going on. And he basically kind of lived his life, and now pretty much alone, sheltered and whatnot, away from people. And that's how I am. And he tried to tell me, like, you shouldn't be doing it. He's like, I kind of wish I didn't do it. He kind of said that in a roundabout way. And he's like, you should stop doing that too. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, wow, I was like, he's the fucking person I thought I was going to end up like. And I was like, I have this age now where I'm 40. I have time to turn this around if I so chose to, but I don't want to. But I think he was trying to tell me, like, hey, don't go down this route. Change now. I wish I could have. You got that time now where you can do it and fix yourself. So I don't know. That kind of messed me up a little bit. But other than that, we had a great conversation, and he's doing well. So I hope I can only last half as long. But then I'd be dead. So, I don't know. What's going on with you?
Oh my God.
What's going on? No, it was a great conversation, though. I really do agree. And he's one of the only people that I talk to, and it's like, in my family, he's one of the only people that, like, he just always tells it to you straight, you know? So, I'll have to take that into consideration and see what's going on there. What about you? What have you been up to?
I haven't done shit.
Mm-hmm.
I did, for the third fucking time in a week, I did go to my dad's house yesterday.
Well, look at that. We're spending time with our families, our respective families. Isn't that nice?
Listen, I love them to death. I can only do a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
I was in and out of there. And I wasn't trying to be rude. I stayed for like a little over an hour, I think it was. Something like that. I don't know. I know I kept looking at the damn watch. But he needed help taking this 23andMe. And I don't trust anybody. I definitely don't trust them. They lie about everything. So I'm like, I will help you. Let me witness what the fuck is going on. Because it could have been my stepmother taking the damn thing. So I went over there and I helped him with that. registered it, did all the things that I needed to do, made sure that I was able to get access to the report, so we were connected and all that. That way, when it comes in, like, I'll be able to see, and I won't have to go over there to see. Like, he has no idea what the hell. He just handed me over his phone. I'm like, okay. I downloaded that app and did all the settings and everything.
Oh, we knew his password and everything for it.
I set it up.
Oh, good. No, I'm talking about for the phone to download an app.
Oh, he unlocked his phone and then handed the phone right over to me.
Oh, good.
And so I just put everything on there, sealed it up, and put it in the mail, and it's out there now. So he'll probably get his stuff in, I'm thinking, February. But I'm glad that's over with. Like, I don't mind seeing them. It's just like, it's 3 times in 1 week. That's a lot. It is. It's a lot. Nothing has happened in the last 3 days since I've seen you. Like, it's just, there's nothing to talk about. And it's just, every time I go over there, it's always like some stupid comment that just pisses me off. Like, this time it was about my fucking handwriting.
Would you rather see a friend 3 times in a week or your family 3 times in a week? A friend or a family member?
Do I have to see anybody 3 times in 1 week? If you had to choose, that's a lot.
If you had to choose, like, let's say if you would rather see one of your friends, because you actually have friends, would you rather see your friends or your dad? If you had to choose to see one 3 times a week or the other, who would you choose?
Oh, God.
That's
probably one of my friends. But if it was the other friend, it would probably be my dad.
Yeah.
Because I can only take so much of certain people.
Yeah, they were down here for a full fucking week.
Yeah, so you immediately knew what friend I was talking about.
I was done after the hellos.
Yeah, that friend, if it was that friend, and I love her to death, and I love that family, 3 times in 1 week, it was a lot for me. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know.
So I guess it just depends on the person.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the person, the situation.
I would rather see a friend if I had one. I don't even know what that means anymore, what that word means. It's just an F word. But I would rather see a friend, because you can tell a friend to fuck off. You can't tell family to fuck off as easily, and you have to put up with their shit a little bit more. You have to almost play a part with your family as opposed to your friends. Like with your family, you have to be the whole, oh, well, your family, this, that, and the other thing. I can't tell you to go fuck off. With friends, you can. That's why I like that. But it is freezing outside still. I mean, you were happy that it was 55 or whatever you said it was, but it's still not warm enough for me. And other parts of the country have it really bad too. Like this person, the young woman, she was 22 years old. See the girl in Buffalo who died in the blizzard? She was 22 years old. In the car?
Yeah. That's sad.
She was coming home from work. Mm-hmm. My first reaction was, why the fuck was she outside so late?
Because, I'm sure this is everywhere, but I remember horrible storms. And depending on your job, man, your ass had to be there. Yeah. It didn't matter. They didn't give a fuck.
I had to. My shitty job at that point, yeah.
But, like, we've both always worked in a job where your ass better be there. Mm-hmm. We don't give a shit. Yeah. So, I don't know. I didn't read the article. I don't know what her job was, but she probably wasn't able to call in. And that sucks.
Can I ask you this, though? How come for COVID, they shut down for weeks? The entire country shut down for weeks. Over a fake fucking virus, a phony ass bullshit like that. But a blizzard that you know is coming, you have an estimate on how many inches of snow and how destructive it could be, but yet you have people just go to work and it's like, okay, businesses can use your own discretion. You can use your own discretion. Stay home if you want, but you can go out. Why is it? You do understand what I'm trying to say?
I do, but like I remember when I worked for Hannaford in New York, and if a storm was coming, they knew, and they would say, if you call out and you're not here, like, you would be in serious trouble. Like, they would do something. Yep, so you would be written up or whatever. Like, they would literally threaten you.
Because we know you're not sick.
Right.
Because you want to be safe. Okay.
They would do the same thing, like, the day after New Year's. Mm-hmm. The day after, like, a big holiday or whatever. Like, you can't, like, we know you're hungover. Yeah. Your ass better be here.
It's like, maybe I just got sick.
Like, yeah, I don't know. And I feel horrible for her family. That's freaking awful. That's awful. She was trapped in that car. And then they knew where she was and left her there.
Technically, that's retaliation. You would think a business, because I do understand that businesses have, in a lot of states, or it's like a right-to-work state or whatever, they could fire you for whatever reason. But the other thing would be like, all right, so I'm calling out because how can you prove I'm not sick? Mm-hmm. A lot of businesses, they don't even care if you have a doctor's note, because I remember that rule. They would just automatically assume you're doing it because they don't care about doctor's notes or anything. But if you show up and you're like, hey, I was sick, and then they do something to you because you called out of work because you said you were sick, I mean, there should be cause for a suit or something. This poor girl, she was a nurse, which I understand they're
and they talked about this shit for days before it hit. For days. You would think shit would shut down.
But they didn't.
Which is ridiculous.
Phony, made-up fucking virus.
Yeah, I don't know.
That their fucking vaccine killed more people than the virus actually did. They shut down the entire economy.
Yeah. For
months. This was supposed to be 2 weeks and turned into months, if you remember that. And, people are allowed to just go out in fucking blizzards and die like this. It's very sad. 22 years old. And her story was pretty sad. I don't, read the whole article because it is very upsetting. She, drove. She got stuck. Mm-hmm. She called the police. They couldn't come out and get her because there's a fucking blizzard. So she could be out in the road, but the police can't.
They couldn't go get her. She called the National Guard.
Yeah.
She called, everyone.
Complete bullshit. Yeah. Complete bullshit. She should not have been out in the road, but of course, you have to pay your bills. The government didn't care about bills when they were fucking manipulating your fucking minds to get a fucking vaccine, but of course you can go out in blizzards and die, so fuck these people. Rest in peace to that girl, and I hope her family fucking owns that goddamn state, because those police were fucking completely useless. Mm-hmm. I hope she can sue whoever the hell they can sue and just completely just fuck the system over. Her life should not have been lost.
No, that's sad.
And when you put things in perspective and you think about, you shut business down for this, but you can't for a fucking blizzard that is killing, 37 people died. Mm-hmm. According to the article I found there. So it's just like, come on, really? So, other than that, though, how you feeling about the week? Anything else going on with
you? No, I don't think so. It's been pretty chill, pretty quiet, the way I like it.
Haven't been watching anything?
I watched Top Gun Maverick again. I like that movie. I don't know why you find it so funny. I was looking for something to watch, and I'm like, you know what? I really like this movie, and it kills 2 hours. It's 2 hours.
It's good for you.
So, although I probably should have rewatched the first one. I don't know, but I threw it on there, and I watched that the other night. Mm-hmm. And then, what else? I watched all the good seasons of Amazing Race, so unfortunately I'm done with that. That's what it was. I was done with all the good seasons of Amazing Race of people that I actually liked, and I'm like, what the fuck am I going to watch now? So I threw Top Gun on. And then today The Circle came out, so I watched 2 of those episodes. I did catch up on Tulsa King and 1923. Yeah. I had to think to remember the year of that show. And those were good.
No, that's the title of the show. It's not the year it was set in.
Well, because the one was 1883, then I have to think about what this one is. But yeah, 1923, and both of those are really good. And of course, while I'm watching 1923, I'm sitting there with my freaking family tree on Google, who's this person? What branch of the family do they come from? And now I'm good. It took me 2 episodes to figure out who everybody was and how the hell we got to Yellowstone. But now I'm okay. Mm-hmm. Thanks to Google. Your fucking family tree, man. They keep skipping around, and I'm like, who the hell is this one? But there you go.
Well, at least you got something to watch. I was trying to find something there, and I've been playing this video game, Dying Light 2, and in the beginning I was really excited for it because I played the first one years ago, and I played through it and I beat it, and I thought I loved it, and I think I did. I don't know, it's been so long, and I got the second game, was on sale, and I'm like, man, I was really excited to play it, and I started getting into it. I'm like, all right, this game's all right, and I started having fun with it. I'm like, all right, this game's pretty good, and then I started doing quests and shit. It wasn't just screwing around trying to learn the controls and whatnot. And as I'm playing in the game and I'm getting further and further, I'm like, this game fucking sucks.
Oh, God.
And it's I'm getting mad more than I'm having fun. And I'm like, this is not a good game. And it's just one of those games where the controls are fucking clunky. It's like you're trying to move a fucking tank down, and the characters, it's a little, first person, you can only see the character's hands. And it's
I know Elder Scrolls.
And shit. Yeah.
I know Elder Scrolls is like that, but I don't really care for that first person type thing. I think Call of Duty's like that too, right?
I like it if the controls are smooth.
Yeah. If it's clunky, I get sick.
This game is what parkour is, right? Where you're supposed to it's the high energy fucking people that run and jump and do flips and stuff like that. It's like a workout, kind of like CrossFit.
Oh.
They run up walls and do all sorts of cool shit with their fucking little twink bodies, whatever the fuck they do. But this game, it's there's a lot of that. The game is parkour zombies. That's basically what it is. You jump off of rooftops and land on zombies' heads and run across them and shit. It's supposed to be fun. But in that control scheme, it just doesn't work out too well because it's you're fucking constantly spinning around. My controls are just screwed up. I don't know. And the fucking zombies, they don't even do damage to you. They're just fucking annoying. It's like the Walking Dead show where they're not even a threat. They're just fucking nuisances. It's you're walking from point A to point B. And you get grabbed like 30 times. They've all got these fucking lunges that like they can grab you from across the fucking screen. No shit. It's like they go like this. They like, put their arms out or whatever, like Frankenstein walk, and they just grab you, and you're like, what the fuck? You mash the buttons, you throw them off, they don't do any damage. Another one grabs you, you're just like, what the fuck? And that's what the game is, basically. One of the most annoying fucking games I've ever played in my life, but I'm halfway through it, and I gotta finish it now. But once I do finish it, hopefully I can finish it by the end of this week, so I can request a refund through Microsoft and say it didn't work. And they'll get my money back, and I'll get something I fucking enjoy.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, I haven't been doing too much. I'm playing that game and just doing some work and just trying to get through this bullshit year, 2022. It's been better than the year before that and better than the year before that, but not good enough.
You did piss me off last night.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember. Go ahead.
Yeah, I get a stupid text for, like, no reason. Hey, can you come here real quick? Now, he does this all the time, so I'm like, what the fuck now? It's gonna be some stupid freaking, hey, you want to clap? Something stupid. Yeah. So I'm like, here we freaking go. It's freaking 10 o'clock at night. The rest of my night is ruined. Let me go in there. And then I get another text as I'm walking to the room. When you come in, look down at your phone. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why? Why would I do that? So I open the door, and all of a sudden, the third text comes in. Can you turn out the light, please? As he's underneath the blankets, all tucked in bed.
Yep.
Made me walk all the way across the house just to turn the freaking light off.
It was worth it.
So ridiculous you are, man. So don't get mad when I don't answer you anymore.
I did everything I had to do before I got into bed, except for turn the light off. I was so aggravated. I did everything backwards. I brushed my teeth. I took my extra long old man piss before bed. I started walking towards the bed, turning around. I finished my piss because that's what old men do now. And went back to the bed. I walked past the light and jumped in the bed, put the blanket over my head. I started playing my iPad, just reading articles and comics and whatnot, like I do to wear down. And then I'm like, wait, it's fucking bright in here still.
Unbelievable, man.
I'm already in the blankets covered. I'm warm.
Such a piece of shit move, man.
Well, it worked, and I got the light, even though you had to attack me for like 20 unwanted minutes. Leave me the fuck alone and get out. I already got the light turned off. Get out. So, Sherry sent a story in. And I didn't want to talk about it on the show because this is one of those things that I'm trying to be like not ranting a lot today, and I don't want to make light of people's deaths, but this is something that could easily be a segment on the show, and I don't want to do that because, like I said, it's just making light of people's deaths over something very serious that's going to be worse, and I don't want to be a part of that too much. But Bob Marley, you know who Bob Marley is, right? He's like the reggae singer guy, pothead. A lot of people love him. Well, his son passed away, Joe Mersa Marley, and his son was like 31 or 32 years old or something like that. Died unexpectedly of a heart attack. Yeah. Unexpectedly at the age of like 31 years old. Passed out in the car, dead of a heart attack at that age. I mean, seriously, this could easily be a segment every fucking show called Died Suddenly, where a young person dies of an unexpected heart attack randomly out there in the wilderness of life. It's like how many, and you know what? It's a high-profile person with a high-profile family. How many more of these can they keep shoving under the fucking rug? Like Hank Aaron. Remember when Hank Aaron died? Mm-hmm. If Michael Jordan died because he got hit by a fucking car or something, that'd be front page news. Hank Aaron was just as big of a name in his sport. Probably, maybe even, I don't know, Michael Jordan's Michael, but just as big in his sport, right? Guy fucking passed away. No one gave a shit. It was like talked about for like a minute in the news, and then they know why he died, so they all right, let's move on to the next death. Let's talk about something else. What happened to him? No one even talked about it really. This fucking young guy dies at the age of 31, 32 years old. No questions. That fucking heart. Who has a heart attack at 32 years old? Seriously. Why are there so many of these? Why aren't people asking that question? We already know the answer to it, but it's like no one gives a shit. You had a fucking ticker at the top right-hand corner of every news station anytime someone sneezed with COVID. But yet motherfuckers are dropping at least a 2-to-1 ratio for this fucking vaccine. Even higher when you look at just the people that didn't die but had vaccine injuries, and we can't even talk about it. It's fucking ridiculous, and it's sad. Absolutely sad. How many people got this damn shot that haven't even had their first heart attack yet? Go ahead and get you another booster until you have it. They're telling you in the news, keep on getting these boosters. It's ridiculous. And there was a guy, noted atheist. Richard Dawkins was on the Bill Maher podcast it was like some bullshit podcast he does. It wasn't his show. It was some stupid one he does on the side. And he had this guy on the show. He's a noted atheist, and I used to read a couple of his books, when we used to go to that library. And I always thought this guy was kind of smart at one point, because he always had good arguments, even though his God argument always had a couple of arguments that his actually had holes you could easily poke in him, but otherwise he was a pretty smart guy. He goes on the show, and Bill Maher, for his part, was actually bashing the vaccines. He was like, why isn't this a personal choice? The other guy was defending vaccines. I'm like, wait, you're supposed to be this noted scientist, smart guy. You don't believe in a God, but you believe in these fucking COVID vaccines. And it just kind of goes to show you that those vaccines are a fucking religion for these people. It's a cult and a religion. And, my heart goes out to the Marley family, because that's pretty sad. A fucking 31-year-old kid. Yeah. Fucking died because of something that they tell you is safe and you should go get it, and you trust in the people that are telling you this shit because they're supposedly experts, and you go out there and your heart explodes in a car somewhere and no one gives a fuck. Really sad stuff there, man. And I hope, like I said, I say it every fucking episode, man, go out there and get your meter checked for your blood clotting in your system and make sure you're not pulling fucking ropes out of your fucking body. Whatever. Pretty sad stuff. And it's fucked up. We could easily do a segment that died suddenly every fucking show, and it's just, it is what it is, man. But you want to get in some topics here? You want to get in some stuff?
Oh God,
what?
Yeah.
No, it's fucked up, man. It really is. It is. If anybody in my family would have gotten vaccinated, luckily we're a bunch of stubborn fucking folk, man. I would have. I'd be telling them the same thing.
Everyone's been vaccinated in my family except for my dad.
Yeah, I'm telling everyone out there, man, if you haven't gotten it, don't get it. If you have gotten it, stop. You don't fucking need this thing. You really don't. It's sad. It really is. It's fucked up.
My dad and baby.
Yeah.
She hasn't caved for that yet.
Yeah.
So.
She better not do that to that baby, man. It's a fucking baby. It's a fucking baby. It's bad enough the baby was breastfeeding. Yeah. I mean, this is fucked up. It's the most sinister thing, and people are pushing it. It's why I feel like we live in a world of fucking evil. It's bad. Your eyes get open to it, and you're like, why are you pushing this? You see what it's doing to people, and maybe that's why you're pushing it. But whatever, let's get into some stuff here. You got some days?
I do, but they're not pulled up, so give me 1 second.
Oh, so you want me to keep on blathering? I can blather all day about nothing.
It literally took me 2 seconds,
you wanted to stop me.
Jesus.
I was about to
no one
extend my
wants
eulogy.
To hear anymore.
It's about to extend the eulogy.
Okay, well, it's National Chocolate Candy Day.
Okay.
National Call a Friend Day. National Card Playing Day. Call your friend.
Listen, it's like you took the knife and you just twisted it right in my spine. You know that?
Tomorrow, the 28th, is TikTok Day. Not the app. Okay?
What else is there then?
The fucking clock, people. It's the freaking TikTok of the clock.
No, that's stupid. Not all clocks TikTok.
Not singing. I'm shocked.
Well, I mean, no, because it's only in reference to the app. We're talking about time now.
National Pepper Pot Day. And that's it. So there you go.
But some clocks are digital. They just fucking they don't make any sound. You just look and it changes.
Well, I don't know what it's... Listen, I don't come up with the damn days.
Who the fuck made up time? Think of it this way. Can you imagine?
I don't know. Was it farmers?
But think of it this way. Let's say if God came down right now and he's like, you guys are doing it all wrong. It's not 24 hours in a day. It's X amount of hours. And let's just say if this is one fucking long ass day we've been living our entire life. I'm not really 40 years old. I'm only like 6. We just put a time frame on, and we just made up time. Time is not real. It's fake.
Because it makes sense. The sun comes up and the sun comes down.
It does make sense. You know what doesn't, though? Fucking daylight savings time.
Yeah, well...
We really need to get rid of that bullshit.
They've been trying down here for a couple of years.
I don't know. Well, this edible's creeping up on me here, but before we get into the edibles, I am a little hungry here, and I know someone who can provide the scratch for my itch here, and that's our friends over at Built Bar, and they really do love your segment. And man, am I excited for today's episode, because they have... Guess what they brought back?
Chocolate chip.
Jesus, you think I say it bad? Chocolate chip chunk puff. No, it's not that one. It's actually the Snickerdoodle chunk puff bars. And oh my goodness, this one has real chunks of Snickerdoodle cookie baked into the fucking bar. You can't get any better than that. And they use the finest milk chocolate of all time, the finest marshmallow you'll ever find. And Jesus, man, this Snickerdoodle is just absolutely amazing. You can go on the website, built.com, and check out these lovely cinnamony cookie pieces. And I'm telling you, man, it's cinnamony all the way until the last bite. Built knows how to do it right, man. They make the absolute most delicious protein bars of all time, and they have very low sugar, very low carbs, very good for your diet. Will keep you energy packed all day long. And Jesus, man, Snickerdoodle chunk puffs. Have you ever had Snickerdoodle before?
Yes.
How much do you love Snickerdoodle? The scale of 1 to 10. They're freaking amazing. And you go to Built.com and use our code VOMShow to save 15% on any of the bars. I mean, there's so many different ones. I would say check out the Mud Pie bars because that's the most chocolatey. 3 different layers of chocolate on that bitch. Absolutely amazing. Go to Built.com and tell them that the Nerdette sent you because they do love your segment. All right, you ready to get in some stuff here? Mm-hmm. All right, so Sherry sent in a very nice birthday present for someone out there. So this is a very special Florida man because I didn't. You know what? Today is what's today's date? The 28th. I did a lot today, and you're gonna hear it all real soon.
It sounds to me that Sherry was doing all the work again.
I was distraught. I'm wearing all black today. Even my socks, my underwear are all black today because I freaking lost a friend and I don't know where they are, what happened to them. I was worried sick. I thought they were caught in a blizzard without a blanket or something. So I don't know what happened. But anyway, Sherry wanted me to let you guys know. Happy birthday. From Florida Man and the Voices of Misery. This Florida police officer dragged a woman into jail and got fired for it. Did you see that?
Yes, that was one of my topics.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Were your titties tingling? Were they tingling?
They tingle every day, man.
Because you guys were always thinking about each other, you weirdos. Go ahead and read this story for us. Go ahead.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Go ahead.
All right.
You can read it, dear.
A Florida police officer was fired this week after being caught on video dragging a handcuffed woman into jail, authorities said. Gregory Damon was let go by Tampa Police Department on Tuesday following an internal investigation. Damon became the center of a scandal when he and other officers responded to the Tampa Family Health Center on November 17th and arrested a woman who was sleeping outside the property and refused to leave. The same woman, who has not been identified, was previously given a warning and arrested by Damon for trespassing at the same spot in October. So she was already arrested for the same fucking thing the month before. Body cam footage of the woman's arrival at Orient Road Jail shows her refusing to exit the squad car. Refusing.
That's why you get dragged.
She is heard yelling, "I want you to drag me."
She got what she wanted. I mean,
that's what she's yelling at.
I don't see what's wrong with this.
So Damon subsequently grabbed her arm and pulled her across the parking lot. Now, mind you, it's a concrete parking lot, but it's one of those parking lots that like has that laminate or whatever over the thing. Like it's not like freaking parking lot gravel road or anything, you know. Throughout the incident, the female repeatedly used vulgar and obscene language, the agency said. Rather than remaining professional, Damon himself made rude, interrogatory comments to the arrestee. The TPD was reportedly alerted to Damon's actions by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. He was relieved of his duties on November 18th, pending the outcome of the investigation. This former officer's actions were unacceptable and not tolerated at this department, which is why we acted swiftly in initiating an internal investigation, relieving him of his duties, and ultimately terminating his employment, which aggravates the fucking shit out of me.
It's bullshit, it is.
He's been an officer since August of 2016. If this bitch is refusing to cooperate, will not get out of the car...
You don't barter with these people.
There's nothing else you can do. That he can ask for help, but what's going to happen when the second or third officer comes?
Yeah, they're going to sit there, and they're all just going to sit there. While she says no, they say yes, and this goes on indefinitely. It has to end sometime. It has to end.
If you can't touch her and you can't drag her to...
you fucking grab her by her fucking ponytail and you drag the bitch to your car and you throw her in there. And if they say, well, why'd you drag her? The bitch didn't cooperate. I got it on my freaking camera. Okay, and then it's done.
I don't think he should have been fired.
They shouldn't have done anything except for, good job, sir. You brought her in safely. You brought her in. She's still alive. You're still alive. That's
acting like a fucking idiot.
Go, you do your job. You come home alive. That's the job of a cop. You keep people safe and no one dies.
I don't know what they expect cops to do anymore. And then you wonder why some cops don't do anything.
Why do you think we have shitty cops that are afraid to go into a school shooting?
Yeah.
While kids are getting killed because they're afraid. I mean, you fucking give them a fucking slingshot and a fucking flashlight, and these idiots can't even handle that right.
It sucks. Like, I feel bad for this guy, and I hope he gets hired in a different area.
The cops are not bad. Every time I've ever had any kind of talking to the cop, it's always been positive. Or it's either been positive or my fault.
She wasn't injured.
Speeding or whatever, you know what I mean?
Like, nothing, like, absolutely nothing happened to her. She wasn't injured at all.
Yeah.
She was just being a fucking bitch.
A mouthy little bitch. We're giving the power to the criminals. That's what we're doing
stupid.
here. And why are stories like this even a thing? Why are they always trying to paint cops in a bad light? Why is that? You have to wonder why they're pushing those agendas. Why are they, the people who are supposed to protect us, we're trying to turn us against them, really. And it makes you wonder why. Why is this an agenda? Why are we trying to turn people against the police? You put articles like this with no context saying, hey, this cop just dragged this poor, defenseless woman, and that's the image that you see, and that's what they report in the news, because they want us to hate the cops. And why is that?
I feel bad for this guy.
Why is that? But why is that, though? Like, why is this guy punished for doing his job? This mouthy little cunt got exactly what she deserved.
Like, I would love a statement from whoever the fuck is in charge there, the sheriff or whatever. Like, what did you want him to do? Exactly. Just stand there for hours?
They would be there for the rest of our fucking lives.
Like, I just want to know what they thought he should do. Like, what's the protocol if they're refusing to get out of the squad car? Okay, then I guess I'm just stuck here the rest of my shift until I get relieved. I don't, like, what do you, I really don't know what he was supposed to do.
You fucking lock her in the car and go home for the day and just come home? She fucking pissed and shits herself? I mean, what's worse? What's worse?
You can't force her out of the car. What the hell are you supposed to do? I don't know.
You know what you do? You fucking drive over to the beach with a friend, you fucking put the car in neutral and you push it out in the fucking ocean with her in it. Alright, you don't want to get out, bitch? There you fucking go. There you go. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, this world is fucking stupid, and it's shit like this that pisses me off. Something else that pisses me off. You want to hear about this one? So Twitter has been under some hot water, and I'm seriously considering the Twitter Blue profile that they're talking about, because I think giving money to a cause that is actually doing things the right way is a good thing. These people at Twitter now, and I'm loving what the fuck they're doing. They're basically going out there now, and they're telling the truth about what Twitter was doing before Elon Musk bought it. And I knew this, everyone knew this was a thing, how Twitter was basically, anytime you posted anything, there was always a COVID misinformation label underneath it. It doesn't matter what it was. It could be a picture of fucking Charlie Brown getting the football pulled from under his foot, underneath COVID misinformation. Here's the fact check. Like, what the fuck? You can't say anything, and you wonder why. There was a Twitter file that was released, basically the truth files, where Elon Musk is saying this is what they've been doing the whole time, and this is how they lied to you. Revealed how Joe Biden and his admin rigged the COVID vaccine debate. Like we didn't know that was going on. So the latest files released show that the Biden administration pressed the social media platform to suppress alleged COVID disinformation while promoting the White House's preferred messaging, like safe and effective, even though fucking people are dropping dead left and right. So anyway, a series of tweets came from Free Press reporter David Zweig, where he goes, the federal government reportedly rigged the COVID debate by censoring info that was true but inconvenient to their own policy, as well as discrediting doctors and other experts who were highly decorated but they disagreed with. And, of course, ordinary people like you and me. The pressure to suppress certain COVID details while elevating a preferred narrative including officials in both the Trump and Biden administrations, where internal files of Twitter that were viewed while on assignment for the FP showed that both the Trump and Biden administrations directly pressed Twitter executives to moderate the platform's pandemic content according to their wishes. So not just the Joe Biden administration, the fucking Trump administration too. That's why I'm done with that sack of shit. Any chance you get with the microphone in your face, you tell people how lovely these vaccines are and how good of a job they're doing, can go fucking rot in hell, because he was the one who was pushing for this shit in the beginning. So anyway, there was other places besides Twitter, obviously, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, and various others. There's screenshots online. It's really disturbing stuff, how they use social media sites that have hundreds of millions of users, Facebook being the largest one in the world, to lie to you and kill you. I mean, I don't know how people can hear that and then just wake up in the morning, go about their daily lives without any kind of trepidation or any kind of just like, you know, newfound kind of perspective on how the world really works and your place in it. You know, it's fucked up, man. How many people use Facebook? Hundreds of millions of people, maybe close to 1 billion fucking people. I don't even know, but all I do know is that that's the largest one. And anytime you go on there, you're only allowed one opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that opinion is leading to the deaths of fucking millions of people. It's really fucked up when you think about it, how like the government was in on that shit. The people that you vote for, supposedly, to keep you safe and supposed to do things the right way, actively want you fucking dead. and they lie to you using a site that you sign up for free to share pictures of your fucking cats. You know? It's like, where does it end? What can you trust anymore? That's why I like these Twitter files, and I feel like, you know, Twitter is a very important thing, and I want it to succeed now. At first, I wanted it to fail. Now Elon Musk got it, and he's actually transparent. He's like, this is what's going on. He has open polls saying, hey, this is a decision. What do you guys think of it? If people like it, it happens. You want to bring Trump back? They said yes. He brought him back, even though no one else wanted him to. He said he's going to step down as CEO, and they want him to step down, so he said he's going to do it. We'll see if that happens. I mean, so far, so good with this guy. I reserve my right to change judgment if he does some stupid shit, which he probably will, because you can't really trust anybody anymore. But so far, so good. I'm liking what he's doing. So, I mean, it's only like $8 a month to throw money at something you support. And if he's going to keep doing shit like this, and it's going to be an honest-to-God, genuine free speech platform, who cares about a blue fucking check mark? Give him money. I mean, you deserve to give money to businesses that deserve your money. I mean, why the fuck would you go on Facebook and spend money on coins when they're going to fucking lie to you and tell you this vaccine's safe and effective? And if you say it's not, if you even say, hey, I actually got the vaccine and my arm's a little sore, you get fucking banned from the site because you can't even talk about your own experiences if you had a bad one. That's how fucking suppressed these people were, and that's how sinister they are. I suggest everybody sign up to fucking Twitter and throw them some money. Seriously, let this be the example. Let them know that places that hide truth, suppress your speech, don't get shit, and you boycott them. You fucking give money to people and companies that are going to actually take it and do the right thing with it. So that's all I got for that one. And I didn't rant. It was a rant, but I wasn't angry. I wasn't screaming and yelling. You want to know why?
Because you're high.
Because of our friends over at Binoid.com, ladies and gentlemen. That's BINOID.com. That is the greatest website of all time for the greatest product, the greatest THC, vapes, smokes, dabs. What the hell's the other one they got? Flour. They've got all sorts of different edibles, Rice Krispie treats, cakes, cookies, all sorts of stuff. All infused with the greatest high-quality THC on the market. And I use the edibles. I like the capsules. It helps me stay mellow, and you love me on it because I'm a much nicer person, don't you think? I'm much nicer, more caring, more genuine, happier. You think so?
You're also more needy.
You think so? You think I'm more needy? I need more attention, more hugs,
yes.
More loving.
Need more clapping. Need me to tuck you in at night.
I'm just a better version of me.
Turn the lights off.
I know, because I'm a scaredy cat now. I'm just a sensitive little baby boy who needs his pacifier. But still, this stuff.
Baby boy.
But like all kidding aside here, I really do like the way that I am on this stuff, and I owe the positive human being at least as positive as I can be. You know, I owe it all to Binoid, and these guys are great sponsors of the show, great friends of the show. I get a shipment every 2 weeks of the finest product out there, and I want you guys to go out there and try it because it will help you too, no matter what kind of anxiety, depression, kind of shit you're going through. If you can't sleep at night, if you have a bad appetite, if you're going through something in life, this stuff will really help you out like it helped me, and I do it every day, multiple times. So I'm about to do some in a minute because it's really good, and if you guys want to go check it out, they got something for everybody out there. Like I said, the vapes, the edibles, you can even drop a liquid tincture under your tongue, so it's really good stuff. You can use our code NERD to save 10% on any order, and please send us your testimonials and how this stuff changed your life like it changed mine. The Voices of Misery Podcast at gmail.com.
Wonderful.
Do you want me to go again, or are you going to actually fucking do some work around here
Listen,
today?
Are you kidding?
You gonna read something?
Sherry did all your goddamn work.
Now, listen, you supposedly had that topic, so I don't know here. I think you guys are pulling some shit on me here. I think you're the one really not doing anything around here.
Well, police have been left outraged. Or, sorry, not police. People have been left outraged after a dog dyed to look like a Pokemon was spotted at a sports game. Have you seen this?
No.
Cutest fucking dog ever.
Painted to look like a...
Not painted. The dog was dyed. The small, fluffy dog, which I believe is a Pomeranian, was dyed a bright yellow with red spots on its cheeks to resemble Pikachu from the hit Japanese franchise, as the Daily Star reports. The dog was spotted being cradled by its owner at the basketball match, where Miami Heat squared off against Minnesota Timberwolves on December 27th. The sports fan was spotted in the stand, and an image of the dog was shared on Twitter, and soon people were calling for them to be jailed.
Jeez.
This is the second one in a week, man, where people are just going the hell off. The dog's unusual markings has made many people claiming the move amounts to animal cruelty, as dye designed for humans can cause damage to animals. Sometimes irreparably. It can cause cancer or chemical burns. But PETA said they have a whole website, like a whole webpage dedicated to dying animals. Why do people die animals?
Because they need to die themselves. That's why.
I just don't understand. Like, why are you coloring your dog's fur? Like, I just don't get it. Like, this dog, the Grinch one looks stupid. It didn't look good at all. This one looks like a freaking cute-ass Pikachu, let me tell you.
Yeah, because a lot of dogs, you know...
It's
cute by themselves. You don't need
color
them. You don't need to color them. I don't know.
What's the purpose? I don't understand it.
You can have a green dog too. You really can have one. I mean, they can come out with their green fur.
Well, yeah, but that goes away.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah, it doesn't last very long.
I just don't understand why people keep doing this.
That's like idiots.
Is it a TikTok trend that I don't know about?
It got attention on that damn website. It got attention. That's why.
It was so cute though. It was a little Pikachu dog. I'm watching a basketball game. And since when can you bring dogs into a basketball game? That's allowed?
I don't know, man.
It surprises me sometimes when we go into a store and all of a sudden, oh, look, there's like 3 dogs. Like, what the hell is a dog doing in here?
It's just, I mean, like I said before, it's a toxin. Like, can't they just I'm sure they make non-toxic, but you don't want your dog licking that shit up regardless, right? You don't want to, I don't know, man.
It's weird. It's
Whatever.
Weird. I don't get it. I don't know, but people keep doing it. I don't know if it's because the holidays or what. It's weird. Even like they do like some poodles where like the top of the head is like hot pink. Like, it's just, why are you doing that? It's so bizarre.
I don't know, man. People are, well, whatever. So listen to this one. We were just talking about how people just do dumb shit like fucking dye your dogs. Man, this one right here is going to get me very hot.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to try not screaming and yelling. Okay, so this one, I've taken quite a few, so I may get away with this one not screaming and yelling. But there's this pathetic video online of this trans man, bowled over in pain from their first intense period. The guy said. He said he got his first, and this video is as ridiculous as it sounds. This person's like, oh, they're holding their stomach and like falling on the bed and acting like. So wait, I'm in massive pain, so I have to go run and hit my camera. I got to put it on the stand, and I'm going to go stand in front of it, make sure my hair's done, and I'm going to hold my stomach. You know, it's just really fucking disingenuous. But anyway, the internet's ablaze now with a commentary from random people after a video of a trans-identifying biological male alleging to be experiencing menstrual cramps went viral.
How?
It's impossible. Fucking possible.
So there is no surgery that can...
No.
They haven't come up with some miracle way
No.
So this is just all fake.
Of course it is.
It's so ridiculous.
The video was originally shared to Twitter with the caption, "This clown is acting like getting period pain." It has racked up over 5 million views of laughing people as of Tuesday morning. Are they laughing people or are they sympathizing?
No,
I've read the comments overwhelmingly bashing this fucking freak.
Good.
So anyway, a trans girl experienced his first intense period after HRT, the text on the video, which was originally sourced from TikTok and you don't stop. Come inside, take off your coat, I'll make you feel at home. Now let's pour a glass of wine, 'cause now we're all alone. You like that one, don't you? Make sweet loving all night long.
He's just going to keep going.
Feel so right, it can't be wrong.
My God, dude.
The video subject can be seen hunched over in pain, then sprawled on a bed with a heating pad. Why, the subject asked at one point. I swear to God, if anyone says welcome to womanhood, I will lose my shit, the person continued. So Libs of TikTok retweeted this.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so confused.
And basically, Libs of TikTok said with the caption, "Only women have uteruses, and only women can menstruate." And this person just posted the most fucking ridiculous video I've ever seen in my fucking life. And here it is for you. 15 seconds of it.
Why? Stop. This thing not hot. I swear to God, if anyone says welcome to womanhood, I'm gonna lose my...
So there you go. If anyone says, that sounds like if anyone ever says, I'm gonna beat their fucking ass. And a very horrible way to use that Mario theme song as well. That Super Mario World, that was a great game. Don't you ever disrespect that little Italian plumber with some bullshit who doesn't know what kind of plumbing they have inside their body.
Oh my God.
What happened to this world? Seriously. What the fuck happened? I mean, I have to stop.
How do you find this crap, man?
I just have to stop for a second and just ask that question. What happened? This person is doing it for attention that they're going to get. They're going to get the attention. They're going to get the positive. I guarantee you there's going to be women out there just saying, you know what, fuck it, let them have it. Just let them have it. You know that picture of Back to the Future when Michael J. Fox is watching himself slowly disappear and he has to try to get his parents to hook up? I feel like that's every woman in the world slowly disappearing in this picture. And if they don't do something quick, they're going to be gone and replaced by these fucking freak shows. And what happens when the freak shows get their way? There's going to be even bigger freak shows. You have to out-freak show the last one, right? Because they're going to have all the attention. What's going to happen? Are people going to start being, you know what? I actually am comfortable in the body that I was born in. I'm a proud fucking man. And all of a sudden we're going to get men and women back again in the future? Because it's like, what's old is new again, right? Is that what's going to happen? Because they're going to get so fucking weird to the point where like you can't cut off any more shit. It's just going to be a pair of fucking lips moving on the ground. Like, hey, don't step on me. What happened? Oh, I identify as a pair of lips. I got everything cut off. What the fuck? I mean, seriously, like, what the fuck is going on with these people?
Oh, God,
What
man.
the fuck? I mean, this person is making up menstrual pains. This is impossible. It's fucking impossible. How is this happening? How the fuck? And people are like, oh my God, dear, you're going to be okay. There's some people out there that are saying this to this person.
Well, that's what I asked you. That's
No,
what I said.
it's overwhelmingly making fun of. But the fact that there's even some... The fact that there's even some trying to console this fucking freak show as if they're... No, you say, listen, you're making it up. Shut the fuck up and go out and play football, you idiot. And if football's not your thing, that's okay. Do something else. Go play with your fucking Barbies. Do something. Just don't make shit up like this. It's just... And I don't know if my problem... Actually, no, my problem isn't with the person making it up. It's with the people affirming it. Yeah. You don't fucking, because you're making the problem worse. You tell these people, like, hey, no, you don't have menstrual cramps because you can't menstruate, you fucking idiot. Now let me teach you how boys are made. Then you fucking teach them how to be a man or something. I don't fucking know, man. You just don't do this. This person is a mentally deranged fucking nutcase. Fucking absolutely insane. They don't need our fucking laughs and jokes. They need our fucking help. You tell this person, like, hey, listen, you're a fucking dude. It's okay to be a dude. And just be a fucking dude. This is fucking weird. You're telling people that shit is possible that isn't. It's not possible. No, you're faking it. If a kid goes on top of a fucking building and says, I can fly, I'm Superman, I'm going to jump off this building and fly, you're going to stop the kid because you know he can't fly. In the world that we're living in now, they might say, go ahead, sport, do it. He could fucking go splat. Oh, I guess he didn't tuck his cape in right or some shit. He just fell and died. Like, no, like, you have to have realism, man. You have to fucking know what's real and fake in this world. And telling these fucking weirdos that they can, I mean, things that aren't possible. You're telling these people that it's not fucking right. It's not conducive to fucking good society, man. So, how bad do you feel for this person in their menstruating cramps? How bad do you feel as a woman who can have these cramps?
I want to knock him out.
No, I'll let you have the floor here for a minute.
No, I don't need the floor. I don't want to talk about it.
No,
but he needs to get knocked out.
You are a woman. You were born a woman. You birthed some children. Do you feel like this is any way like insulting? How do you feel as a woman that these men are fucking saying that they have these cramps, they've got all these issues that women have, and trying to take it over from you when you're just supposed to sit and accept it?
I'm not supposed to do anything. I don't accept it.
You're supposed to, though.
No, I don't know.
But they told you you're supposed to accept it.
I don't give a fuck what they say.
They did, whoever they are.
Yeah, I don't listen to them. This dude needs to get knocked out. I don't care. I'm over this fucking tramp shit. I've been over it since my last blow up. I'm done. I don't care anymore.
Everything you're seeing now...
I lost all... I just don't care.
But
Whatever.
Everything you're seeing now that's pushed in the media is textbook way that you would stop a society from evolving. The shit that they're pushing. You push the society not to work together, but to fight and segregate. Stay away from each other. It's not going
to stop, man, because there's people out there supporting it. So,
but like that's what they do. You guys got to separate. You got to keep all the colored people away from each other. You got to keep the white people away from each other. You got to keep everybody away from each other. And that's what they're doing. They're preaching separation. They want you all segregated. They want you to do this. They want you to, hey, you can cut your body parts off. You don't have to be a boy. If you want to be a girl, be a fucking girl. As a matter of fact, that's the protected class. That's the one that we're giving all our attention to. You want to be famous? Cut your dick off. And people want that shit, and they're playing the people's weaknesses and getting what they want in the process. And it really is the way that you end civilization is by fucking perverting it. We have the perfect blueprints.
But at this
on how
point,
to thrive.
shouldn't we?
No, we shouldn't.
We have fucked up so bad, like, really, does it fucking matter anymore?
We don't deserve it. I'm telling you. I'm going to say something right now that's really corny. And
it just doesn't matter anymore. Like, this is just... Who wants to be around all this crap?
Yeah. Well, like, I started saying, like, a little prayer at night, just like a little something before I go to bed. And I've been doing that for close to a year now, ever since I, kind of found everything again. And one night I did say it. I shit you not. I did say, we don't deserve this. We don't deserve it. Look at what we've done. Everything you gave us, this is what we fucking done with it. This is what we've done. We fucked everything up.
Right, so just let it end.
Just end already. Just take us, man. Just fucking take us and start over fresh. Just have a big fucking tidal wave, wipe us all out, and start fresh with new people.
It would fuck up them too, because we can't
just start from fucking square one again. Because this is bullshit. We started with nothing, with fucking sticks. We didn't even know how to make fire. We created fire. Now we got electricity and fucking cars, all sorts of cool shit. And we've got it all. And we fucking treat each other like such shit. We fucking want each other to die. We don't cheer when someone else succeeds. It's a fucking world of greed and filth, man. It really is.
Well, a 19-year-old motorist who admitted to driving his Honda 120 miles an hour on an Iowa interstate told cops that he floored the vehicle last night because a good song came on his stereo.
I can relate.
This is why I grabbed it.
I can relate, yep.
Because you have said that several times to me, if certain songs come on, all you want to do is speed.
If AC/DC comes on, I don't give a shit. I'm fucking doing it, man.
So this is a 19-year-old kid. After a witness called 911 to report a reckless driver was speeding and swerving all over the road, a sheriff's deputy spotted the suspect vehicle as it flew past him at 100 miles an hour, around 9:15 p.m. When the car was subsequently pulled over more than 2 miles up the Interstate 380, driver Nicholas Bernard reportedly admitted to going 120 at one point. This dude just opened his mouth, just kept going. So Bernard explained that he reached the top speed because a good song came on the stereo in his 2006 Honda Accord X.
What was the song?
He doesn't say. He was only facing a speeding citation when he opened the glove box to retrieve his registration and insurance records, but then a deputy spotted a large amount of marijuana in plain view in the compartment.
No, that doesn't make you speed, though, marijuana. He might have been doing some other shit.
Yeah, they didn't care, but you can't have that.
No.
So a subsequent search of the vehicle turned up a smoking pipe and other drug paraphernalia. He was charged with a pair of misdemeanor drug counts and booked into the Johnson County Jail, from which he was released this morning. This 19-year-old is just so fucking stupid. First of all, you have all the marijuana in your car, and you're not supposed to have it, right?
Why do you need that much in your car?
Why are you fucking speeding and calling attention to yourself like a dumbass?
Yeah.
You have something in your car you're not supposed to have. You wouldn't want to just have attention brought to you.
Stupid.
That is just dumb. This kid just...
Very stupid.
So fucking stupid, dude.
That's like if I had a dead body in the trunk of the car. I'm driving the speed limit everywhere I go. I'm using my turn signals.
You would think you would be extra careful.
I'm fucking sweating my ass off the whole time. Oh my god. Every time I see a cop wave at me on the street, I'm like, oh my god, he knows.
Yeah, 120 he was going. Yeah. What a fucking idiot.
He ain't the only idiot. Did you see what the fuck they did out there in New York?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fucking upstate New York. Your old stomping grounds that you love so much. I want to go back there so bad. So
that's a fucking lie.
Well, we used to get some fucking crazy blizzards up there, right? And we were talking earlier in the show how that poor young girl lost her life needlessly. And when you have a blizzard, you're supposed to just stay home, hunker down, and just wait for it to blow over, right? A lot of people had other ideas, and for the stores that did close, they got fucking ransacked and looted. Did you see that?
I saw that, yeah.
Fucking A, man. Over the weekend, low temperatures were freezing, deadly extreme winter was hurting the local businesses, so they shut down a couple places up there. And New York State police reportedly responded to claims across social media that some businesses had their windows smashed and merchandise damaged and stolen near the city of Buffalo, as at least 27 have been reported dead in New York alone after a massive snowstorm. So, Wegmans and Tops locations in Erie. I never heard of Tops. I've heard of Wegmans. But Erie County, which have been closed since Friday due to the once-in-a-generation storm. Now, those places have to close in Buffalo. Like, the closer you get to Buffalo, it's just ridiculous. You can't. But anyway, the mayor there, Byron Brown, told reporters Monday that the looters are taking advantage of the stores and that they're the lowest of the low in society. It says it's not people can live with themselves and how they can look at themselves in the mirror, calling it reprehensible behavior. But, I mean, people were stealing shit, obviously, that you don't need. I mean, it's not about food. They were stealing TV sets.
Yeah, it wasn't necessities. It was just, they just wanted to ransack the place.
I mean, TV sets, game systems were gone.
Yeah. It wasn't bread and milk or diapers. It was like shit that you don't fucking need.
Yeah.
You don't need to go in and steal it. I could see if like everything was fucking closed down and like you had no power, you needed bread or something. Like not that I'm saying go out and do it, but that would be understandable.
I would have more respect for someone if they stole
a loaf of bread or diapers, because everything's freaking shut down. But you're going in there and you're stealing TVs and fucking shit that like I just don't understand it. I don't get it.
I tell the story a lot on the show, and the one lady, she got caught stealing. When I was working, I was like 18, 19 years old. I was working at a supermarket, and my boss saw her stealing. It was baby formula she stole. He brought her into the office, and she left with a bag and a receipt. He paid for it out of his own pocket and said, and he basically said later, because people were asking what happened, he was like, she needed it for her kid, so I took care of it. And he was like, he was like, why would I send a mother to jail who just wants to feed her kid? He's like, if she was stealing cigarettes or beer, I'd send her to jail. Different. But he's like, sometimes you just do the right thing. And that stayed with me. I'm 40 years old now. And that maybe took 5 minutes. I was barely paying attention, but it stuck with me all these years. And that's why. These people are stealing TV sets. I mean, you're just stealing, and all you're doing is hurting everyone around you, because people don't think that if you steal stuff, I just got something for free. No, you didn't. You stole a $1,000 TV. What's Walmart going to do? They're not going to take that loss. They're going to take that loss, and that T-shirt in the store that was $3 is now $4.
Yeah.
The food, the cereal box was $5. Now it's $10. You know what I mean? It's obviously that's not going to be that extreme of a price hike, but you're going to see it in the prices, man. You steal shit, it just makes everybody's life more miserable. That's why it's just like we have so much. We don't deserve it. We really don't, man. But fucking TVs, man. You're stealing a fucking a 50-something inch TV set. You're walking out of the store during a blizzard. People don't...
Because that's important.
Yeah, important.
I don't understand.
It's not even important to the person stealing it. It's just, I'm going to because I can, Fucking dirtbags, man.
I don't like people, man. Yeah, this is why we stay home every
This is it. This is why I have such a low opinion of people. I really do. A low opinion, and God. It's like I've fallen guilty, and this is what I'm trying to get away from next year, is lumping everyone in the same fucking little area here.
I know. You can't do that.
I lump every human being that's not living in this house. I'm like, you're a sack of shit. Seriously, because that's just how people are. Like, I look at the bigger picture and say, fuck it, I lump it. And I used to never do that. Yeah. It's only been the past year where I've been like, fuck everybody, man. And I've always been the kind of person who kind of stay to themselves, but now I just generalize a lot. And it's because it's like, I mean, you see things slowly heading into a direction, and you know it's heading in that direction. Everyone knows it's heading there, but no one wants to stop it. No one wants to stop the fucking horrible world we're heading towards. But like I say all the time, it's inevitable.
I don't know how you think they're going to stop you. They can't drag people across the floor.
You sure as fuck can. All you got to do is get the right people in charge. You say, hey, listen, we're done.
If the police can't touch you,
well, you have to make it. You have to make it to where they can. You have to make it to where they can. I'm not saying you don't want police beating people with nightsticks. But in this situation, when that girl got dragged out of her car, you should fucking applaud that cop. Like, good, she's being a spoiled brat. You treat her like a brat. People are never held to account anymore, and this is why they feel so fucking empowered to rob a store during a blizzard.
I have one more.
Okay.
And we talked a lot, I think last week on our Christmas episode about Christmas ornaments and trees and all sorts of...
And places that they get put. Yeah.
It was a holiday behind bars for a man who allegedly struck his girlfriend in the head with an angel figurine during a Christmas morning confrontation in the couple's Florida residence. So he took the ornament and just beat his girlfriend with it.
Some of those are really sharp.
Investigators allege that Frankie Caldwell, who's 55, battered the victim around 7 a.m. with the fragile Christmas ornament, causing it to shatter into pieces. The 53-year-old woman is described in court filings as Caldwell's on-again, off-again girlfriend of 9 years. When police arrived at the pair's Clearwater apartment, the victim described pieces of the figurine falling down the back of her dress. A dress at 7 a.m. Fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
After being read his rights, Caldwell denied attacking the victim, claiming instead that she had hit him with the angel figurine. Cops noted that he was bald and showed no injuries on his head, while the scene was consistent with the victim's account of the events. So Caldwell was arrested on a pair of felony battery accounts and booked into the county jail, where he remains locked up in lieu of a $7,500 bond. A judge has ordered him to have no contact with the victim. Apparently he's got a rap sheet that includes felony battery convictions in 91 and 2016. He was arrested in 2017 for allegedly elbowing his pregnant girlfriend in the mouth during an argument in their Clearwater home. So this dude is a real winner. He's been arrested multiple times for battery. Damn, dude. Stay the fuck away from this guy.
Fucking I mean, I guess...
He took a Christmas ornament.
I guess you just gotta use whatever's nearby, like fucking this. Just fucking...
This poor woman. 53-year-old woman just getting her ass handed to her by... Oh, God. That's awful. See, it's
brutal,
Christmas.
man.
It's supposed to be happy. Like, what?
It's supposed to be. Supposed to be.
He's
You're
probably
right.
hungover that day.
No, man. That's why alcohol's evil, man. It's bad stuff. It ain't good.
7 a.m.
It ain't good. You should go to buynoy.com. Use your code NERD to get something better for you that won't cause you to do this shit. You want fucking happier.
Fucking people, man.
Might make you snack on some fucking Built Bars, but other than that, it's pretty damn warranted, I guess. But I don't know, man. It's the holiday time. People should be happier. But I you know what? Maybe next year will be a change. And 2023 better bring some good stories this year, man. I just want people to be happy for once. And it would be nice to see some actual progress. It'd be nice in 2023 to see everyone just say, why are we fighting? Why are we letting them manipulate us? And by them, you look at fucking dickhead Biden and mainstream media and billionaire fucking George Soros, people that are really controlling the world from behind the scenes, the World Health Organization that don't care if you live or die. We need to look at them and be like, oh, them. And then when we all go together and fight against these fucking scumbags, we can easily take them apart if we all did things together instead of apart. And we're so easily manipulated. It's just, it's fucked up. It really is. But I don't want to end on that. And Sherry hates when we end on bad stories, apparently, because she sent one in here. This is supposed to be for you because you never do your job around here. But she, no, she actually wanted me to let you know something special here. And she wanted me to let you know that we're talking about 23andMe a lot.
Yeah.
And how I said with 23andMe is like, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. Yeah. And she wanted me to let you know that these two brothers got something unexpected with their little discovery recently, that they have a long-lost sister. Mm-hmm. And they spent a lifetime apart from her. This was Scottsdale, Arizona. Life has thrown some weird twists along the way for Jeffrey and David Barron. The first of which came when the twin brothers were 11 years old. So I looked at all my classmates and they looked like their parents, Jeffrey said. I went home that day and said, Mom, were we adopted? Having always looked exactly like one another, these identical twins questioned why neither of them physically resembled the people raising them. So we were 11 years old, and she said, yes, you were. The next major plot twist came 50 years later, so I guess they were playing the long game on this one, when David got a phone call. I was stunned. After 61 years, I just thought it was just him, said David as he pointed to his brother. The first thing she says to me is, please don't hang up. The person on the phone was Julie Powers. I asked him, please don't hang up on me. She has a weird story of her own where she was also adopted. Fucking crazy shit. She said she was the first person I called. She called her birth mother, apparently, and she found out that, yes, she did give up these two boys, and somehow this woman did her due diligence and found these little bastards. And she tracked them down using the internet, and she went to go meet these fucking bastards. And there you go, man. You got a lifelong story of just being apart, and you meet this person, and I'm thinking to myself, what happens if you have some relative across the country? Are you going to want to go meet this person? Because your dad went around in the military a lot.
He was married.
The Air Force.
He was married 5 times and married in England. Yeah. And no one knows anything. He doesn't talk about what happened in England at all. Mm-hmm. And he was there for a while. So, I don't know. And I know he was married over there. It wouldn't surprise me. He had a kid with everybody. He had 4 kids. Married 5 times. I don't know. He had a kid with everybody except for the wife he's got now because she can't have kids. Mm-hmm. So, who knows? It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me at all if something comes out. I would actually probably sit there and laugh. Like, would
you care though? Like, no. Would you be like this woman and want to find these brothers?
I mean, if it comes out where there's a distant relative or something and they reached out, I'm like, hey, but I wouldn't go travel and like meet them. But
would you though? Like even answer the phone?
Well, they wouldn't have my number.
It's just because like she called them and she's like, hey, don't hang up on me. And the brother answered and they were like, oh yeah, and they just went along with it.
Well, she was probably going through a paper trail or whatever, and they're probably listening to the phone book and blah blah blah. Like you can't find me.
She probably got hung up a lot. She probably found people with that name. Very common name. Yeah. She probably called a ton of people, but I don't know. She's got guts though, man. Because I mean, 61 years old.
Yeah, but if they were adopted. They probably just wanted to know where they came from.
Yeah, I mean,
like they missed out on a lot of shit. Like she had twin brothers. She probably just wanted to get to know them. Like that, I would think that's kind of cool.
You don't have any memories of them growing up. You didn't share a birthday together. It's like, what's the point? What's the point? I mean, like, they're basically strangers at this point. You're just strangers that you have to build a relationship with. And at that age, it's like, why?
Because maybe it's nice to have people around.
Well, she just wanted me to let you know that, this may happen to you. When you get your result. How long is that going to take?
It's between January 10th and the 24th. It says the 10th, but could take up to the 24th. So, between them.
Who's working on this?
Them. I don't know. It's in the lab. It's on the same step. It takes a while to get through the step that I'm on.
Is there a lab of scientists dedicated to this, or is it a bunch of
they're
fucking
in like lab
kids?
Coats with gloves and like
it's like
goggles.
A bunch of kids that like don't give a shit. They're all fucking vaping.
I have no idea.
They're all vaping in some dirty office with a fan over in India or some shit.
I have no idea. We've been on this step since the 20th. So.
It just doesn't it seem weird? You would think a place like this would have like a local center where you go, you like sit down, you talk to someone, they take your sample, they do it there in front. All right, come back in a week, we'll have your results, we'll go in there together. I would trust something like that. This is like, okay, you spit in a jar, you mail it,
yeah,
and then it just comes. See, like I'm having a hard time with that because every place has like a LabCorp. And you would think LabCorp, this would be a service that they offer. Like, okay, we can do your genealogy through LabCorp. You just go to, every town has like 5 LabCorps there. You can just go in there, you take your test, and you go. You pay $30 or whatever, they can give you a list. This just seems like really weird. I don't know. I hope it works out for you, though. I don't know. Don't blame me. Sherry wanted me to let you know, not me. This is not on me.
I didn't. If I paid for it, that would be one thing. Yeah. You know, because the test. I mean, it is a little pricey, but I didn't pay for it, and I just think it's interesting, and I'm curious because I don't know, and I don't know anyone who has taken any of them because I know Ancestry does it, 23andMe does it, and I believe there's another one.
There probably is. Yeah.
I don't know anyone who has taken it, so I don't know how detailed it is. Like I know nothing. I can read on it, but like I have no idea. So I don't know. I'm curious.
Well. You got to think of it this way. You can get
and if a couple people show up in England, like, it's not going to surprise me.
I was just going to say, I mean, you can get some nice people with English accents show up to your house, or it can be a fucking giant asshole.
There you go. Good
saying
job.
They're a relative of yours that you don't want in your life. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. You got to be careful with this stuff. So this is your favorite segment of the show, and I don't know why the hell it is. I honestly don't know. I mean, I took all year last year trying to figure this out.
It's the last one, bitch. Just get to it so we don't have to...
Or
I'm going to start singing.
Well, I already sang, so there you go. Well, actually, that wasn't really singing.
That was singing.
You think that was singing?
That was fucking singing, man. You went singing? Multiple verses.
Multiple? I was just kind of jumping around there a little bit. But I can't really get into it because I'm so sad. I'm still wearing black. I got my black veil over my beautiful face. I'm just... And I'm so depressed. I feel like Lydia from Beetlejuice when she was wearing the all black outfit and she was writing that letter over and over again. I'm like, how dark and sad she was at the moment.
You're ridiculous.
You remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay. So this person wants to know, am I the asshole for having my sister and her 2 kids stay with us after one of her kids died? I don't know how someone could be an asshole like that.
How is that an asshole thing to do?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because this is a very interesting one. I think this may be our hardest one yet. And I did read a little bit on this one here, because I'm like, how can someone be an asshole? And I was tempted. I try never to read these. Any topic I try not to read, I just find the title, I might skim a tiny bit, and I don't want to get the full information until we go on the show, so I get my authentic thoughts. But this one, I was like having a hard time. So I did skip around a little bit, so I just wanted to preface this here. As the title states, my very young nephew passed away recently, which came as a shock to my family. A brief background. I don't really talk to either side of my family due to their general scumbag nature and constant involvement with drugs, scams, general bullshit, and them being indecent humans. Wait, I do need a new friend. I kind of want to find this person.
Oh, God.
So when I arrived, DCF, CPS were there, as well as the cops. So standard procedure when a child dies, I guess, is to have all these people there. CPS takes me aside and tells me that my sister can't be with her kids temporarily while the initial investigation is underway, and that she requested her 2 kids, a teen and a toddler, to be placed with me because I'm the only sibling that has my shit together. I let them know that I have to speak with my husband first. So more background here in the story is that we just moved into our forever home about a month ago, before this happened, and had a previous move ruined by him inviting his mother and brother to stay with us without asking me first while I was going through a mental health crisis, which is important to note. I called and talked to him and said I completely understand if he says no, because this is our house, so I cannot make this decision on my own, because that would be wrong. He asked what will happen to them if we say no. I told him they will go to a foster or group home. He then says he doesn't know why I called because he doesn't have a choice and that I will be mad and he will feel guilty for saying no. I told him that's not true, and that's why I called to discuss this with him. They came to stay with us, and a few weeks later their mother, my sister, also came to stay as well. So, okay, let's stop there for a minute, and let me just get your initial thoughts on this whole situation. So, the husband's not happy with this, obviously. He's like, well, I don't have a fucking choice now, do I? Because the sibling died, and of course they have to do an investigation on the mom. It's just protocol, so they have to stay with the sister.
I find that very weird, though, that they have to do that.
I guess it kind of makes sense, maybe.
How did this kid die? Was it shady?
They want to make sure. It sounds like there's a little bit of shadiness that she might have left out on this one.
Sounds weird.
Because, I mean, normally people that say, I'm the only one that's got my shit together have their shit together the least. So, and I mean, they trusted her enough to have these kids, but as far as that whole thing goes, I mean, what would you do in this situation if that happened and your sister's like, hey, my kid needs somewhere to stay? Would you even, and I had no idea, would you come to me and ask me first? Or,
well, obviously.
Or would you just say, come on in? Or
no, I would ask first. This is our house.
Okay. Because that's where they're at now in the story. I just want to kind of catch you up and see what your thoughts are so far.
And he should have asked before he just brought his fucking family to move in. It was completely uncalled for. You have to ask. You don't live there, but I understand it's family, but you have to have a discussion. Mm-hmm. Listen, I know it sucks, but this is a situation. They need a place to stay. At least it should have been talked about before you just dropped that bomb on her. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't find her being an asshole. She asked, and he's just all pissy about it. Well, motherfucker, you did it to me, so at least I'm giving you a heads up before it happens.
Yeah, she had a decency to give a heads up. But this is where it kind of sticks out to me a little bit. She goes, they came to stay with us, and a few weeks later, the mom came, which is her sister. Mm-hmm. So her place was a cesspool when her kid passed, and once they found that out, it's been absolute chaos. They meaning the police and CPS. Her kids are noisy and have behavior problems, and she really doesn't do anything to correct her youngest kid's behaviors. She kind of just lays in bed all day. I've gotten her to do more, and so she has something about this kid's death, like negligence. Maybe that's why they took him away. So anyway, she kind of lays in bed. I've gotten her to do more and be more present, but I also understand she's depressed from losing her child. He's been nothing but hateful to both of them and me the whole time they've been here. He refuses to do anything except stay in the basement and play computer games all day. He only talks to our child with any type of decency. I understand his frustration. I didn't expect my sister and her kids to act like this. I told him we can have them leave, but then he goes on about how everyone will call him an asshole. Things are getting really bad between us, and I don't know what to do. Am I the asshole for trying to help my sister?
No. Her husband's a fucking douche. But
you're giving up your home, though.
Hold on. I do think that she needs to sit down and have a talk with the sister and be like, look, we have to start changing some things here. Because, I'm giving you my home.
Yeah.
There should be some rules or something. If you don't like it, you're going to have to find somewhere else to stay. I'm not saying she shouldn't say anything. She should. But she's definitely not an asshole for allowing them to come into the... And he's just being a whiny little bitch.
Yes.
When he did the same exact thing with his mom or whoever the fuck it was.
Yeah, but it's his family, so it's okay.
But I don't think she's an asshole. I do think she needs to sit down and be like, look, this is the living situation, and we got to start laying some ground rules here.
Yeah.
If you're going to be staying here this long, then there needs to be rules and this type of, and if you can't, then you got to leave. And it sucks for the kids, I mean, I don't know.
It's not, I can be that person, though. Like, laying around all day, you're in someone else's house, letting your kids run amok while you lay in bed all day. I understand you just lost a kid, you're depressed, but you got to keep your shit in tow there, too. You can't just let them run wild.
You can't just take advantage of the situation.
No,
so
she's taking
there
advantage.
Should be a conversation there.
I would act like the husband after a while. And initially, me and him would have been the same after a while. Like I would have stayed in the room. I never would come out, and I would let it be known, like, hey, this is going on a little too long. My first reaction wouldn't have been like being an asshole about it. I'd be like, oh, of course you can stay, because they just lost a kid, and you want to be an understanding person. You don't want to be a complete dick. So I would have been more understanding than him initially. All right, sure, anything to help. But weeks go by, and it's just the kids at first, and then she comes and starts laying around all day. Then I'm starting to have a problem with it. So he has every right to be upset after weeks have gone by, and it's like, okay, how long is this going to be? I thought this was temporary. What the fuck? You're like, are they our problem now? We're feeding them. She's obviously not paying anything. You're feeding 3 extra mouths. One of them's a teenager, and she's laying around all day, not even watching her kids. So he has every reason to be pissed off. The question was, is she an asshole? I don't think so, because you have to help family. You have to at least try if you're that close with them, unless you have a hands-off relationship with their family like I do. If you consider them family and you still talk to each other, I mean, you kind of do owe it to them, I guess, to help them. I don't think she's an asshole, but man, this guy, I don't think he's an asshole either. He has every right to be mad after a while. After a while, not initially.
But he was mad before it even happened.
Yeah,
he's been throwing a fucking hissy fit since the day it happened. So, and he's treating his wife horribly, and like, fuck you, dude. I don't know
why. I know why he's mad. He's mad at her because of the situation. I don't think he's mad at her.
But it's not her fault.
Yeah, he's mad at the situation he's taken out. He shouldn't.
I don't know. Like, I don't think that's an easy one. She's definitely not an asshole.
No, she's not an asshole, but it sucks to be that kid. You know, or those kids in the situation, because like, you're in a new house, you don't have your sibling anymore, and you're in a house where you're not wanted or loved anymore, and your mom's a lazy bitch, and it's like, what the it's really not good. It's not good. I don't know why she's still there, even though her place was a mess. I guess the police said that she couldn't go back to that place, so now she is their problem. So you open your door. I guess that's why you don't open your door. Maybe that guy was right the whole time. Maybe this wife is an asshole. Like, maybe he's like, listen, you know your sister's a loser of a fucking woman. If she comes in this house, she's never fucking leaving. Maybe that's a conversation being had.
Or just kick the sister out. Be like, look, bitch, you got issues, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
If your kids can stay here, because I don't want them homeless, but you can't bring your drug ass in here and just lay around.
And not all families right either, because
like, because then the kids would have to just follow your rules, and you whip them into shape, man.
Like, fine.
Without her around.
I'm going to discipline your kids, or you're going to do it. If you're in my house, I mean, your kids are getting disciplined. You're not going to be breaking shit. You're not going to be eating food out the fridge all day long. I'm going to be making a mess. You're not going to take control of my TV all day. I mean, I don't want you here in the first place. You know, like, I can see it turning into that. That's why I wouldn't want it for that long. But I guess we got to get over the whole stigma, like, oh, family's always right. I mean, if you're on speaking terms with your family, things are good, then I think you do kind of owe it to them, which sucks. But if you're not, I don't know. I guess it depends on the relationship. You know, I guess you do more things for the kids, but then when she takes advantage of it, it's just really crappy situation all around. What's your final verdict on this one?
Not an asshole, man.
All right, I'll go with that. I agree. I mean, even if I did, I'd be wrong anyway, because you fucking win all these arguments. But
I'm on her side. Good for you, girl.
Well, it's Wednesday. We're going to make it to Friday. I have a really strong feeling here, and this week's been going by actually pretty quick, don't you think?
Really?
For me, it has, yeah. I mean, weather's starting to get nicer. We got some work to do tomorrow, so we're going to be out there fucking raking. Hopefully we don't kill each other or get bit by a snake out there or whatever the hell happens in this damn... Actually, they're probably not even out. It's too cold for them.
Who knows?
Who knows anymore? But what do you got planned? We're going to be doing some work, and that's about all I can think of I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't have anything planned.
Yeah.
I'll probably finish the circle, and yeah, that's about it. Watch the challenge, and that's probably it.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Me neither. We were supposed to be watching that Christmas movie, but I mean, Christmas has passed, so I lost all interest in that movie. Lost all fucking... I'm back to horror movies again and titties on Tubi.
Oh, God.
I'm back to it. Maybe we'll save that Christmas movie for next year. We'll watch it if we still remember it exists. There is a movie that was recommended to us. It's not out until the 6th of January. Some horror movie.
Is it about the girl?
I just had it up here on Twitter. It was
Megan?
Meg, that's the one. Thank you. It was tweeted at us.
What asshole suggested that.
There were two. My friend Lorraine and another person, Jose.
Are they crazy?
Yes. Yeah, they said to check it out.
I knew immediately that it was going to be that freaking movie. I knew someone was going to suggest that stupid movie.
Well, it's supposed to be a mix. I keep hitting buttons here and I'm fucking everything up. It's a mix between Black Mirror and Chucky, according to Lorraine.
I don't like it. That preview freaks me out. I don't like it.
Jose says it's a mix between Dances with Wolves and Ferngully.
Yeah, okay.
Very different fucking movies there, so... I haven't watched the trailer yet, but what I did see of it looks like it could be something. I mean, it could be different. At least they're trying something different, maybe. I don't know. I'll give it a shot. It's a horror movie.
I know. Why is it coming out now?
Coming out in January 6th.
I know, but it should have been in October.
This whole world's a fucking horror movie, so why not just put them out anytime?
It's creepy, man.
Yeah. Go watch it.
I don't like her. She's creepy looking.
Well, she does cool dances in like the little trailer. She was doing like the Cabbage Patch and shit. Like, dude, this fucking what kid? Just imagine if Freddy Krueger was doing like the electric slide before he killed motherfuckers. Who wouldn't love that?
But she like started crawling really quick in the woods and stuff. Like I don't.
They all do that.
I don't like that.
They all do that. You know where they stole that from? The Ring.
Yeah, and I don't like it.
Oh, that little creepy bitch, man. Dude, she came out of there, hair all undone and nasty looking like Alanis Morissette crawling out the fucking well.
Oh God!
But yeah, we'll definitely watch that and review that. That's coming out next year, so we'll probably top off the new year with some movie reviews and stuff. But other than that, I got nothing else. We're gonna rake and do work and all other bullshit. And you guys can send your well wishes. Where can they send those well wishes to me and condolences for my loss, for my latest loss?
Oh, this is ridiculous. Don't do that. But you can send them at Voice Misery on all platforms and voicemiserypodcast@gmail.com.
There you go. We'll see you Friday.